Yeah, you go right here. You kill the bee house. If you can kind of see behind there a little bit. And then if you need to actually nade barrel, I think you like go behind this rock and do something like this. And then you just like, I don't know exactly where that landed, but you can play with that. So basically what that does is that like makes this map super unbalanced. Because you don't let them get onto B. And then you throw a nade over here, over that. And you kill that guy. So the idea is that you have like that guy with the late nade, potentially this guy. All the good teams will smoke this and then he'll be useless. And then you have 3 other players going nade. One guy who's rushing C needs to nade over here, and then you need one guy with a ridge nade, which is this. So it's like, maybe it's that. There we go. Yeah, like try to practice. Just practice it. So you want one guy doing that. You want one guy doing the C nade. And that'll, you're supposed to get that right there. So this guy right here, he can like, this is usually me, so you can throw a lot of like late nades. So you know, if there's like a guy on C, he can nade C. You can also nade B, like I showed you. If they're camping a guy in A and you have people proned in positions to like watch A, you can go up here and do this. This is good. Oh shit, that went bad. It's supposed to go in like this. Yeah. You cook it. So this dude that sits, you'll have these guys that sit like right here. This nade will come in here and do that. And then the other one, the Ares, this will be good for you to do. So you don't really need if you're playing flanker, you don't really need your AP ammo, because your flanker gun can't pin or anything anyway, and no one wears armor in competitive. So this is usually something like I'll usually do on this side too, or have someone do. So you just, I fucking actually clipped a little bit on that, but yeah, you would throw that smoke like right here, and so basically this creates like, a smoke screen, and then you can run up here. You got your dude watching the B house, obviously. Take your nade, throw it right there, kills that guy.
Okay.
So that's, yeah, usually a good thing to remember about this though is that when you have a smoke, if it lands in the water, it is going to die, right? It doesn't work. So you want to hold it. Sometimes you want to hold it a little bit, like, so it deploys in midair. Because then it lands in the water and it works. So if that happens per se, that's actually in the river and they can't really see you, like, coming into here. Because your big issue is that dudes always use lower blue to try to fuck you over, and if you basically do that to lower blue, that's pretty good. Another thing is too, I'll have the late game guy, the other late game guy, sit way back here, and then he'll just watch this the whole game. And then obviously you know the house, and this, also another variation of the B house. Very difficult to see though.
Yeah.
If you really want to get a sniper, you can, if you have a sniper, so if your sniper is like cross-picking top and you snipe one round or whatever, one really funny thing that actually is kind of effective is to take them all the top. See if I can remember this.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
that's a
fucking
big
dirty.
fuck over. That's a big troll right there. He's just like,
Oh my god. Burn him alive.
yeah, dude on barrel is like, basically, oh, what the fuck?
Shit.
And he has to run away. Yeah, that's pretty hilarious, because then that guy has to move, and it's basically like, if you're on barrel, and you get Molotov'd, like, if you move anywhere out here, you're gonna get fucked by, like, that guy or whatever. So you run out of spawn, skip your pre-nade, you have to get here fast enough to do it.
Wow.
Yeah. So you can kill people through this wall. You can't do this with a flanker, because it's not pinnable, but that will headshot people run through here. Yeah, Stilt's nade, 101. Oh yeah, the cross pick. You guys know the cross pick from the house.
Oh wow.
Cronny, you need to show me exactly what nade you were doing on Insurgent side later. Not right now, but later.
On Insurgent side, or
I would sit, or on security. I would sit like right here and wait for all these fucking nades, and then there would be a nade that would blow up right here, and then this other fucking nade would come and like land right here, and fucking die. So I started like running in here and just waiting, and then like after all the nades go off, I would run in here, and then the dude would be here, and I would try to kill him. I actually lost this gunfight a few times, which was kind of stupid because.
those Ares.
I usually just like, I like to lay on this rock too. If I can like get on this rock, I'll like lay here and I'll just cut this off. And then you just
That's a pretty good spot.
So, B basically. If you're gonna be playing B, you saw how to play B on the other side, right? Like for the most part.
Yeah.
So what you'll do on this side is you'll all throw your nades. Ares will probably just wait. And then he'll do something like this, right? So Ares will probably like or yeah, maybe smoke first and then nade later would be good, but so anyway, it doesn't have to be Ares, but you're gonna want someone to smoke that. You can also do a smoke launcher from here that smokes that rock, which is good. I can show you that later, but Grim does that for us. So he goes up here with a smoke launcher and he smokes this out. So the idea is that like you want this to be smoked so they can't wreak destruction on your shit from here, right? So that's good. You don't have to have a
Yeah,
sniper.
that's gonna block their view into the B
Right.
house.
You don't have to have a sniper, but it's really good to have a guy throw a grenade and sit in the back and
Yeah, I'll
Usually,
probably start
like-
playing this spot because I have not played this spot.
and you can kind of like pick this with the M16 if you really want to, but you just want to see how many people cross with
I'm
the
gonna
to see
kill
and
so many
call it.
people right there.
And, yeah, you could kill it. I use a sniper. I snipe people, but so what you want to do basically,
Yeah, M16
it kind of
shit.
depends. Like, so you basically want to smoke that off, and then your B guy is gonna go. And you know, you guys remember the thing I told you about,
Yeah.
like, the water land thing. Don't say
Yeah,
it.
you were
but
talking
yeah,
about
okay.
this little edge
Yeah.
right here.
Okay, so like you can get on this
Yeah, don't-
edge, and you know, you get here, and then I usually play B from here, so you can see here and here.
This spot.
So ideally, you want this B guy looking at candles, and you want him here or somewhere. Kill the able to kill that candles guy, and then you want to try to get two guys to C side, usually, unless you're doing some weird strat. So, you want one guy like in blue, or possibly here, just some variation of this. And basically, what you want to prevent here is them dropping out of here or just getting onto B in general. So this guy is like a B deflector, basically. Like he just doesn't let them get up to B, and you have your guy capping B. You want your other C guy to guard his flank. I usually, good one is right here. Just sit here. If and you can move this guy around. If no one crosses to C, you should definitely go at least tap C. Sometimes you want to sit on it, but high level teams will nade you if you do this, or if you like go here, they'll pick you from candles. A lot of people make a mistake. King in particular had a huge issue with this earlier on when he was playing. 1 second. Because he would basically do this, and I would call like no one crossed, and then he would he did this a lot when we played FGC in season 6 and got beat on this map, because basically he would like go out to here, or he would like go into shrine and try to do too much, you know, like he would try to flank them and they would be sitting here and they would kill him. And what you just want to do with the C player is Nate's bad about doing this too, but Nate gets away with it because he's good. You really just want to like go fucking sit here in this corner. Like, you really just want to make them come to you, you know, because it's like if you go over aggress, you're gonna get shit on. So yeah, I mean, you can do that. You know, then you got your guy on B. I really don't defend A like as default, because you can just really have one guy sit in A, or another variable factor. You don't really have to play anyone at A at all. So you have like your 2 guys on C, you have your guy here. Usually you want a guy playing like back ridge, or playing like somewhere over here to help him, or like on this rock, or on this rock. He's very effective. This guy's very effective at covering Bravo. Then usually we'll have this guy. So what our like original strat was is that we would have one guy try to rush ridge. It kind of depends on if they're doing ridge nades. No one really used to know the ridge nades, so it was like really easy just to go to ridge and kill people. And now it's very difficult because everybody fucking nades your ass and it sucks. So you have this guy go here. You have the 2 guys go to C, you have a guy go to B, and then usually you want a guy like close to B or on like back or ridge side, able to rotate to B, because your C players can't rotate to B because they'll get killed from crossfire. So all your A players are your B rotators. So if you're like, what teams will do is most teams won't rush A at the beginning. They'll just try to feel you out. Like they'll, you know how teams play. Like, you know, they don't really play aggressive at the start, especially in matches. So they'll try to feel out what you're doing, right? And then they'll eventually figure out that all your dudes are on C and shit, and they're on B and they're not on A. So after you start beating them at B and C, and they realize they can't really cross the C unless they're good and they smoke, and then they start crossing the C. And I'll show you how to deal with that in a bit. But most of the time teams will default by going to A when this doesn't work, and they'll rush 2 or 3 people to A. And what you want to do is you want to try to predict when this happens, but no, don't let them really change it up on you. So like, if like they do it one round, I wouldn't like directly respond to it the next round. Perhaps I might change what you're doing like a little bit, but I wouldn't directly respond to it. I would like do it 2 rounds later, you know, because in case they like switch on you. So then what you would want to do is you would want to rush 1A player here to the sandbag. You would want to put a dude right here. It's good to have him in here and not out here, because they'll throw that heaven nade and that will kill you. And if you're in here, you're pretty safe and you can hide. And then you would want to run a dude into here. I usually just like sit here, or I like to play this angle a lot, which is uncommon, because you can see them rush from into 10. Like, you can hear them in 10. It sounds different if they walk in 10. But yeah, so if you stack A really hard against teams that also push A, you'll usually win that. But otherwise, you can pretty much leave A open, and if they get on A, you can basically just react to it and block it, and then have your other guys kill them. If they want to push into A, as long as you're ready for it, like if you have a guy here and he's ready to pick this dude or this dude who pops out of here, or you know, if you have this guy who's ready to kill these guys that come out of A, you're totally fine. You know, it doesn't really matter if they take A. Your B guy just needs to be covered. So, yeah, I mean, basically, you need to base your information off of, like, your dude in your house. He reads this, figures out how many people are at C, if you can push C. If you can't push C, you need to take B. You can also bait B, especially if you're going prone in the water thing now. It really works. I'll just, like, go onto here, and then just hop off, and just lay right here. And then as soon as if I don't see them get onto B and B flips, I know they're like behind me or there, and I can kind of judge that based on who's dead on my team, who's not. So yeah, you're reading that, and yeah, the B guy. I mean, the B guy just mainly wants to sit, and you know, one guy, like, it's good to play a guy back here who watches candles, and then a guy who watches the other stuff. And then occasionally, you know, you want to be aggressive through Alpha or through Ridge. I think rushing this is really strong, actually. If they're not playing this, like if you've finally just beat them enough times where they're not playing it, I've actually, like, just rushed this a lot. Or rushed up
Pushing
to
out
10.
the right peak.
Yeah. And I'll just run around. Like, one thing, and I'll also, you know, you guys know you can throw a bunch of smoke too. You can throw smokes and run your dudes up here, you know, up into stilts. Really aggressive. And then I'll, like, go into here. And then I'll go to Shrine, and I'll go, like, clear the sky. And then look here, check that. Go here. And then I'll just go up here. Check this. You want to check behind there and there. And you want to check in here. And you want to check in here. And if he's not at that place, he might be in the window. I usually just don't like run in here because there's too much sound. I'll just usually just, like, back out. He's playing window. And he can go sit, like, right here or something. This is a really good position in a 1v2. So if you know their C side and you have B and A, you don't need to move. You can sit here and just, like, make sure they don't move. It's very hard to do that from, like, a C, though, a C position. Basically, you kind of, like, in a 1v2 situation, or a 1v1 and you have 2 points, you just want to make sure they can't cross half of the map, pretty much. Like, if he's on C side, you have A and B. This is good.